It was called Retirement. Welcome to the stream. Two years away from this. Are we this close to Los Angeles looking like this? So this is the Blade Runner game from Westwood, 1997. They did a pretty fucking good job recreating the look and feel of the universe.
Lucy, my sweet.
I cleaned out the tiger cage and sorted all the meal bins. So, if it's all right, it's my turn to fix dinner.
Haven't you forgotten something, little one? Just one little thing.
Mr. Runcer, please.
It's been a very long day.
I don't want to.
Now, Lucy, I thought we'd settled this last week. Don't let's forget who pays your salary. We're closed. Come back tomorrow. Wait! I haven't finished with you. I told you we're closed.
Llama.
We're not here to buy, little man. We've come to sell.
You can't possibly have anything to interest me. These are extremely rare animals of the highest quality.
What a coincidence. So am I. That is the price for humility.
Oh, please, don't.
And what else might we interest you in today, sir? Perhaps some virtue?
Not my animals, please. I'm begging you.
But what of honor, little man? At what price? Honor.
Oh my God, no! That tiger is the rarest specimen ever seen.
Tiger, tiger, burning bright.
Is that Deckard's gun?
Forest of the night.
BR 61661, report to precinct headquarters.
And here's not Deckard.
Code 3.
I was just finishing up my 12 out on patrol when I got the call. Welcome relief, considering that the most action I'd seen all night was a schizoid grandmother doing the shimmy in her underwear in the second sector.
I know YouTube is still live. I'm waiting until after these intro cutscenes end. Though I have a feeling they may not end for a while.
661, report to division headquarters. Code 3. Repeat, code 3.
Here's the police
Last
precinct.
time I had a 3 was when some hooker vomited Thunderbird on Bryant's desk, and yours truly led the cleanup crew. Year and a
Man, they
half on
got,
the job,
like,
it was still
shot
the
for
dirtiest
shot.
work I'd seen. Where's Captain Bryant?
Took a sick day. Got himself a heinous case of ptomaine poisoning. He asked me personally to run the unit in his absence.
Gouza was one of the old-time guys who took their knocks in the streets. He had a friendly way about him, but you didn't want to turn your back on him if you were less than a friend.
Hope you've been enjoying your leisure time, kid, because it's time to take that thumb out of your ass.
Hallelujah.
Don't get too excited. The other Blade Runners are all jammed up. Holden's sucking dinner through a straw. Gaff's working
Still?
a Tyrell break-in and Steele's working special undercover. Looks like you got this one by default.
You really know how to make a girl feel wanted.
Animal murder done at Runciter Zoological. Probably just be a schizoid glitz, but we got the call. Old man Runciter lost something like 1 billion chinions worth.
10 to 1, this ain't a job for Rep Detect.
You got something better to do? Perfect your French cooking, maybe?
Well, there's not a whole lot else to do in shitty future
I
world.
thought you were on special assignment.
Wasn't too damn special after I had the suckers out.
What happened?
Couple of fours were masquerading as fibroplast insulators down at Kaiser. I dressed up like a nurse, they never had a chance.
I'll bet. You put him on the machine?
Hell no. There's a beautiful little thing in here called the magic, and it ain't ever been wrong. You develop it, you got a brilliant career ahead of you.
In your stomach?
I'm
You
working
have
on
baby in there?
What's Gooza got you doing tonight?
AM at Runciter's?
Animal murder. Oh, those skin jobs got no respect for anything that truly lives and breathes. And that goddamn Eldon Tyrell ought to be zipped into a body bag and flushed into deep space.
Get
So
rid
this
of
is a
him, we'd
prequel.
be out of a job.
I think we're all overdue for a little off-world paid vacation. You can stop staring at my ass now.
You got eyes in the back of your head?
All you gotta do is ask, Slim.
Oh boy.
Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
I know, hack fraud animals. Now I can finally turn off the YouTube stream. Sorry everyone, you gotta go to Twitch. Them's the rules. Sorry. Alright. Well, this is the Blade Runner game. It is a 1997 point-and-click. Perhaps one of the better point-and-clicks of the genre, from what I understand. I've never played this. As you know, I'm a huge Blade Runner fan. If you're gonna take shots, then you need to get them out of the way now, because we'll all die. We don't want to die while watching this game, do we? I didn't think so. I've never played this. I've never seen it. I've heard it was very good. So apparently it's running at the same time as the movie. So it's like a side story to the movie. And that's about all I know. So I don't think there's like spoilers for the movie, but maybe there is. View at your own risk. But you know what? You should be
Canvass
fine.
the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
You should be fine. For the record, this game does not have subtitles. It is a 1997 game. There's a lot of like stuff missing. In fact, I had to jump through a couple hoops to get this thing working in windowed mode.
Find something?
Piece of chrome.
From a car?
No, I think it's horse chrome. Bag it and tag it.
Okay, so yeah, you have to listen very closely, and I'll try not to speak over the dialogue. How's the volume? Horse chrome? What is horse chrome exactly?
Canvass
Hey,
the area. Maybe somebody had his eyes open.
I'm on it.
Hombre secreto. All right, I gotta make the game a little louder. Let's go up. Like, there's again no subtitle options. I'm so sorry, but I've increased the volume by about 8%. It should be helpful.
Scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
So we have to solve the murder of the animal store, right? Owner, of like 90s David Bowie mixed with Pauly Shore.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
So we gotta solve the mystery. Animal murder, no photo. So I guess here's the
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two very big men. One dragged his right foot, indicating a possible injury or lameness. The other appeared a lot more controlled, graceful even. Quite a pair.
It's raining men.
Judging from the distance between the prints, I was looking for two scratches and paint flecks, and I knew what they meant. Unless the city had bought a jet black fire truck, somebody had a big fat traffic ticket coming.
Okay, so, yeah, you also get to pull out your gun, so if maybe I could shoot this guy? No, they won't let me shoot that guy. That's a shame. Well, we have to scour for clues, which will be, in the first 5 minutes of this game, will be more clue hunting than Deckard does in the entirety of the original Blade Runner film.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
No, of course not. It was two men acting in concert with her, obviously.
Obviously. What'd they look like?
Big and scary and absolutely malevolent.
Was any of them called Roy Batty, by chance?
From that camera?
It's irrelevant. Those murderers also destroyed the camera. Thousands of chinyens worth.
Maybe it photographed them before they shot it out.
I guess you've got a point at that.
That poor gorilla painting. Vinny, is it weird having to specify Blade Runner as the original one? Definitely.
I believe this is the disc from last night.
Peachy.
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
So here's a weird thing. CD-ROMs were not in use, or perhaps not invented in 1982 when the original movie came out.
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
In the film, which is 2019, there are no CDs. And in the new movie, 2049, they specifically stayed away from anything digital. Oh, laser discs. Yeah.
All my animals.
Well, they're not real, but I guess it doesn't matter anyway. It's like the dog. And Harrison Ford's like, why don't you ask him? I don't know why Harrison Ford sounds like a fucking mutant. But, you know. Oh, by the way, there's different options here. You can answer in polite manner, in normal manner, in surly manner, or in erratic manner. And you can actually set the option, or you can just do choose. So we'll do that. More clicks will make McCoy run faster. No shit. Let's see. I will name the file. What should I name the file? Electric Sheep. That's good. Oh yeah, if you double click, he goes...
I'm ruined. Totally ruined.
Maybe it's for the best. Maybe your business was fucking bullshit.
Can you think of anything they might have been after?
First I thought they wanted money, but I don't keep any in the shop. Then I thought they wanted to steal my animals, but they started executing them.
Could they have been replicants?
Who else would be capable of such barbaric acts?
Like people?
You ever do any business with the replicant manufacturers, Tyrell Corporation?
I resent that accusation.
Just wondering.
Officer, last May I personally sold Governor Colvig an exquisite Bergeron colt. I have been a guest at his house on 3 separate occasions. Do I look like I need to carry artificial product? My precious one. She was my baby.
You know, but in this world you can't really tell the difference.
Tell me about this Lucy.
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month. She's about 14 years old with pink hair. A very attractive young thing.
How'd you find her?
She came to me with a reference from Ogilvy's in the Northwest Zone. And he's a very reputable wholesaler.
You treat her well?
as well as any young tart should be treated.
She got a
Young
desk
tart now.
or
Oh, good
someplace where she
employee.
worked?
Good
She used
employer.
to eat over there.
What a fantastic employer. Oh, that's cool. Kind of just zooms in. Again, this is like Burn Cycle done right. Well, this is a number of years after Burn Cycle, but this kind of, in some ways, sets the standard.
A toy dog.
It's not a toy horse, is it? It kind of sets the standard for point-and-click
Howie
adventures.
Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself. A candy bar. Yeah.
Candy bar? We have all this evidence now. It's just candy. It's, what do they call it? Brown cow? What are the ones called? Rolo? They're Rolos, yes?
Howie Lee's in Chinatown. I'd eaten there myself.
I'm absolutely certain Lucy Devlin was involved in this heinous act. She's the young girl who works for me.
She's responsible for all this mayhem?
There's not a lot I can tell you. She's only worked for me for about a month.
How do we access? Video clips. I've only got one video clips. And I don't know how to view the video clip. Oh, I have to go back to Deckard's house. I mean, McCoy. How much? What is that? Was Chinyan? I don't remember there being anything called Chinyan in the Blade Runner universe.
Isn't that cute?
Monkeys. Here's an advertisement for monkeys. Just in case you haven't seen them. They're monkeys. Whoa, look at that resolution. The game is trying so hard to not be a 1997 game. Yeah, Westwood made this. Westwood,
I'm
you know,
ruined. Totally ruined.
that's what Westwood said after EA acquired them.
It didn't add up. Animal murders, the lack of any theft. The small animals alone were worth a good chunk of change on the street. It seemed more like an act of vengeance.
Do you wonder, I wonder, this dude's name is McCoy. Do you think it has anything to do with the expression real McCoy? You know, because there was some question still to this day of whether or not Deckard is a replicant. Just ignore me.
Nothing even remotely interesting, but hell, if I was going to root through trash, my expectations weren't too high.
What do you
Police
know?
officer.
About 30 counts of animal murder and one of aggravated assault.
Let's go into the 3D spinner. I swear to God, in the Blade Runner universe, the cars, the flying cars, are named spinners. Chinatown, animals, fucking animals, and McCoy's apartment. Let's go to McCoy's apartment. Alright, so apparently here I have to shoot the meatballs. But you can only shoot them one at a time. Vinny, how'd you get this running? Okay, so to get this running, I had to do a couple of things. The first thing was voodoo magic. No, really, there's a patch. Someone made a patch. I think if you type Blade Runner 2012 game patch, you'll find a site that has the information. Inari linked me to a site, too, that had some other information. That plus DX Wind for windowed mode. And, that's... I love...
Your floor number, please.
Apartments.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Chinyan equals Chinese yen. It's from the book.
I lived with the best gal I'd ever seen. She was 2 now and full of life and love. She'd cost me about a year's salary, but she was worth it. It was good to have someone warm nearby after completing a dirty job, and the retirement swag from this case would go toward getting her a partner.
That's nice. See, McCoy likes dogs. Even though it's not a real dog, because androids dream of electric sheep,
Who's
as
the
we all
best
know.
dog in the whole world?
That's a good dog.
Good doggy.
I will do anything in my power to make sure this dog is fed and healthy. If it means solving this murder as McCoy, then that's exactly what I'm doing. Here's the Esper
Scanning
machine.
video disc. 2 enhanceable images found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database.
How have I never played this game?
Run sitter crime scene.
Enhance. 2934. Enhance. So just like in the movie. Oh, that's awesome. Look, it even cleans up the resolution. We still don't have technology. Well, yeah, we do. We do. Never mind. So we have a photo here. I know where we need to enhance. We need to enhance this right here. This is the original enhance, by the way. Well, we've got stuff that can zoom in. We've got really high resolution photos from a distance. Look at that proud gorilla. Proud. But in the movie, it's like 3D photos. You can actually zoom in like around ledges and corners and shit. It's really weird. That we don't even... I mean, that's just bizarre, unless you have 3D printed paper. What you looking at? Green stuff? That's cool. Now watch as she gives the pleasures to the snake. It's kind of cool to just be able to use this, like in the movie, but... Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. But, Oh, it's a bunny rabbit. Look at how much cool stuff I'm finding. I'm finding bunny rabbits, I'm finding snack. I'm not finding any clues, however. Let's go to the monkey corner. Monkeys. Well, I'm, you know, maybe this photo has nothing.
Run sitter crime scene.
Oh. Here's the dude. Get a good visual ID on the dude's face. Here it is.
He looks familiar. Give me a hard copy of that.
I wish McCoy's voice was a little less generic. It's not bad. But I mean, when you know, think of like a gristled Blade Runner, which is the name for the replicant hunters in the movie, in this world, then you would maybe expect, you know, just a little bit more grizzle. What you reading? Matrix? Oh, that's cool. What do you mean generic like a replicant? He's the real McCoy. This is straight out of the movie. I know I'm going to be saying that a lot, but I'm marveling at how well they captured the tone of the film.
Here you go,
and
baby.
the lighting.
Dinner time.
That's what I'm talking about. Get to feed the dog? Fuck yeah! Can you do that in Breath of the Wild? No, you can't. But the moving lighting, just like shit moving all the time. Gotta shit. There's the drinks, because you can't be a Blade Runner without being a raging alcoholic, as we all know.
Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
Oh, you can feed the dogs in the game. Oh, that's right. You can't pet them. Give me that jazz. Give me that neo-future jazz. There it is. There it is. We gotta get more volume. It's like whenever the soundtrack kicks in, it just takes it to a different level. I don't want to leave this area. But I have to. Oh, the music continues. Great.
No messages. I'm in demand.
Yeah, we got a crime we want you to solve. Was that? Is that a tinkle?
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice. Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Dog, you're my best and only friend.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
I'm spoiling this dog.
Run sitter, crime scene.
Someone said I missed something in one of the photos. Well, there's the Toyga. Oh, there she is. You can't really see her face though. You can kind of see. You can see the tiger, but you can't see her. Oh yeah, you can. Look at that. There it is. What the fuck?
Hello,
all from
dear
photos?
Lucy. Give me a hard copy of that.
That's what I'm saying. These photos are like 3D ink. It happens in the movie too.
Your floor number, please.
Sounds like GLaDOS a little bit, doesn't it? Speaking of, Bridge Constructor Portal. For me, I'm not too disappointed. I mean, I would prefer if Valve actually, you know, made a game. Of course. But I like bridges. I like making bridges. I know how to make bridges. You know? I know about the secrets of the triangle. And as a result, I'll be playing it when it comes out. Even though Valve is not making it. That's why I said, you know, but Head Up Games is making it, but Valve is, they just lent GLaDOS to it. Oh yeah, I know how to burn bridges. Absolutely. I know a thing or two about bridges. For sure. Jeff Bridges is also a favorite of mine, so What could that thing, the spinny thing that looks like a windmill, but it's like utterly useless. What could that serve? What purpose could that serve? Notice all the off-world advertising. Oh, it's this place.
Real sushi was a luxury reserved only for the elite, since most sea life had become radioactive after the Third Terran War. The rest of us had to eat new sushi, soya mixed with off-world lichen.
Is this where the original movie started, with Deckard sitting, like, right there? Is this the exact place? Where the guy goes, "You Blade Runner!"
McCoy, LPD.
Oh, I guess not then.
Hey, big guy.
Busy. No time for talk. McCoy, itazura suru na. You want something, you talk to me.
Sorry, Howie.
Got to mix more out back.
Let me do an impression of Deckard from the beginning of the movie in the voiceover version.
The name was Deckard. I was a tall glass of water. A detective. Here in LA trying to solve crimes. Crimes of passion. Crimes of shame. Doesn't bother me all the same. LAPD. I just wanted to get some noodles. Marge!
Beautiful night, isn't it?
When business thriving, night always beautiful.
This girl ever eat around here?
Nah, all gaijin look like the old man.
Are you saying that there's Baka Gaijin?
This from your place, isn't it?
Could be. Chopstick come from Yoshi's restaurant supply.
Yoshi? Yoshi's in this game?
McCoy, LPD. I need to ask you...
Never mind.
See you later, Howie. What's real fresh tonight?
Special shipment of Toro just arrived. I fix you right up. No one else. Clean as a whistle.
You're Prince, Howie. How long has that chef worked for you?
Zubin? Just month. Superior chef. Makes all kinds of new sushi.
See you later, Howie.
Well, thanks, Howie. Howie was a good man. But I knew there were more things to talk about here than just sushi.
Man, this is a really nicely streamlined point and click. Everything that made me, like, dead on the inside from Burn Cycle. This is just fine. Vinny, if Final Cut was released first, do you think the movie would have done better financially? I think people would have understood it even less.
Laboratory. Mainframe and shooting range. Ground floor.
Violent street crime in the city rose again last year by a whopping 26%, according to the latest figures from the Department of Justice.
Deckard sucks that much? Well, give it a Holden, he's good.
Governor Kolvig attributed the change to the dramatic increase in the number of specials registered as city residents and promised a tough new set of standards for the City Immigration Bureau by next month.
Old copies of case files, notices, and memos. The usual station junk.
You know, I don't think Blade Runner would have done fine if it was the final cut that was released
Lucky
first.
Strikes. Crystal's brand. I knew she was spending a lot of time in the training maze these days, even though she'd already gotten close to a perfect score.
The other thing is too, like, that was the same movie that, same year that, like, E.T. came out, and a bunch of other, like, really accessible, like, feel-good movies, and Blade Runner just tanked.
Well, if it ain't Ray McCoy, Bryant finally letting you play with the big boys.
My clearance come through?
You bet. You bring your piece?
Don't leave home without it.
Steele's been running the maze every other day for 2 weeks, and the targets are getting a little roughed up.
I thought Guzzo was gonna requisition some new ones.
I ain't seen him down here in a month. Guess he's been busy.
Poor guy. I bet he gets all tuckered out from pushing those papers around.
And don't sell him short, McCoy. Guzzo could be one tough hombre. I remember when we worked Vice together. He poured acetone on 2 pimps that gave us some lip and lit a match. I'll tell you, it looked like the goddamn 4th of July out there.
Peachy.
Your boy Guzzo. One of these characters is voiced by Jeff Garlin from fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm. And I don't know if it's this dude.
You keeping busy, pal?
Nah, the place has been pretty quiet the last couple of days.
Does sound a little bit like him. So this was officially like 2 or 3 years before Curb. It's him? Sounds like him. But, yeah, I mean, he's got some gallows humor. I guess you have to. When you're dealing with edged weapons.
Hit the lock, Jack.
I guess there ain't no harm in it.
Target and shoot all threats. Do not shoot innocents. Confirm target as hostile before shooting.
You can see I'm doing good work here. I'm doing good work. Trying to solve the murder. And here I am just hanging out in the target range. I don't know who's innocent or not. Everyone could have a knife. Everyone could have an edged weapon, including a razor blade hat. They all need to go.
I was the worst shot by far.
Oh, whoops. Oh, that looks like someone with a baby. I don't think you want to shoot the baby. Drop the knife, eh? Fuck you, I won't drop the knife. I mean, if they have a gun. If they have a gun, they're likely prepared to take a shot in the scrot, right? If they're holding a baby, what if they have a baby disguised as a gun? That was a mistake. Oops, sorry about that. I couldn't tell if you had a baby or a gun. I guess this just goes on forever. But yeah, you can hide a gun inside of a baby. A fake baby, a replicant baby, or even just like a plastic baby. Ah, you fuck. I thought you were holding a baby. You were holding a gun. See, what did I tell you? Wow, you can make McCoy go really fucking fast. Alright, well, I'm bored of this. Oh, you have to keep going. I thought it was just one area. At this rate, I definitely have beaten Deckard's score. Easily. This is a gun that does not need to be reloaded. Infinite pistol. I love Deckard's gun, by the way. I'm not saying I have a replica. What I'm saying is, I'm a huge fan of Deckard's gun. Adam Savage has done a number of... That's a baby. Or a pork cutlet. I can't tell. It could be just a large... Like a large pork cutlet. But I'm gonna bet that it's a baby. Adam Savage has a great video, a couple of videos on his channel, about how he made Deckard's pistol, how it compares to all the shitty replicas that he found, and that other people made, and then the company Tomonosuke, I believe, made their own replica, which was for sale for a little while, and then they used that replica for the movie, the new one. So the original pistol is in, like, Adam Savage's friend's house. McCoy, negative 47. What? What do you mean negative 47? I'm thinking, okay, I killed a couple of people, like, what, 2 civilians? 2 civilians. That has to be like minus 50 per civilian, right? How many points do you lose if you kill a pork cutlet? It's based on accuracy and time. Oh, okay.
Ground floor. Lockup.
Are they letting me out?
I'm not the one who makes that decision.
I suppose it's my turn to bear the cross for the cause.
What do you know?
0 that would interest you, Detective.
It's quality voice. But yeah, watch this. If you click like 7 times, you get like fast forward McCoy.
Mainframe and shooting range. Laboratory.
Got anything new for me, Dino?
I was wondering when you'd show your mug around here, McCoy. We got the animal corpses from Runcitors, but there wasn't a whole lot to work with.
Bone marrow?
About 50% were real, the rest were fakes.
So, Runciter was ripping his customers off.
State-of-the-art fakes. Miles beyond the crap you see on Animoid Row.
The kind that comes from legit manufacturers?
They're the ones that usually produce the quality.
What about the wounds?
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something.
Butcher knife?
Could be, but who cuts meat anymore?
Nice bunch of reps I'm tailing. Hope you're not pulling a meat cleaver out of my back next week.
So it turns out the dude was full of shit. Who would have thought?
They were fake. They were fake. I knew the animals weren't real. There hasn't been a real animal since, I guess insert ex-wife joke. That's how you, that is how you detective.
Anything else?
That black paint you found on the fire hydrant? It's from a ground car.
You sure?
The angle of impact was almost head-on. And there ain't too many spinner drivers klutzy enough to smack a street-level hydrant in VTOL mode.
I heard your wife got her license back.
You're a real funny guy, McCoy.
Holy shit. He just made a wife joke. I told you.
Mainframe and shooting range. Ground floor.
So yeah, this scene right here, this is based on the movie pretty much to a T. And they actually, they closed, it was a train station overnight, and they made it filthy. And then they had to film their scenes. When they were done, they had to get it back in the condition it was originally in. And, so they did that. Also, I like how they had to have a replacement police chief because what's his name? Emmett Walsh? Emmett something or other? Probably was like, hell no, I ain't doing that game.
Bryant go on permanent leave and you get full use of the office, Lieutenant?
You know the procedure. Dump it all in the mainframe upstairs and I'll read it later.
You got it.
That woman's voice was the same as for Eva in Command and Conquer.
Roof.
Same developer.
Lockup. Laboratory. Roof.
So I guess, what do I have to put? Well, let's go back to the place. And I have some photos. Some precious photos. Oh shit, this place cleared out pretty quickly. They got Sean Young for this game? Well, you kinda spoiled a cameo, my dude. Did I just say my dude?
I've gotten all I can from that.
Oh, okay, we're not doing any more of this here, okay. But I mean, no offense to Sean Young, because she got screwed over in the industry, but I don't think she was too busy in 1997. Ace Ventura had stopped making sequels by then. She also did some strange stuff on a talk show one time, dressed as Catwoman, because she wanted to petition for the Catwoman role, I think, for the Batman movie, and didn't quite work out so well for her. Oh, okay. Hang on a minute. So when he says deposit stuff, oh god, McCoy just went through the spinner. When he says deposit stuff upstairs, I don't know what he means. All right, let's see. Apparently I missed something in Chinatown.
McCoy, LPD. I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Sorry, my man. I just don't got the time.
Sorry, my man. I'm a developer, and I don't have an actual, like, paycheck for the voice acting I'm doing here.
You're a pretty smart-looking cat. Want to make some money?
Pay me large, you got my rapt attention.
Depends on how much the information's worth.
Unfortunately, my man, I got a bug. Dynamite dining, old man. Catch
Catch you later.
What the fuck?
Excuse me, pal.
What is with this guy? My man, I am an Elvis impersonator.
See you later, Howie.
Okay, I don't trust my man. They're really pushing this off-world stuff. Hang on, blue arrow? How the fuck did I miss the blue arrow? I guess I thought that was the car? Hang on a minute. So this blue arrow is the car. Oh, dumbass that I am. I don't know. I wouldn't worry about it. Mistakes are made. Hey, this reminds me of Limbo of the Lost. Remember the Cauldron? What a quality game that was.
You're a master chef.
You not come back here. Air bad.
This'll only take a minute. You know this girl or not?
Nope. I know who I know, and who I don't know. I don't know her.
Think hard.
Okay. Maybe seen her once. At station. Riding north on bullet train.
North, huh?
Oh! Give me that Blade Runner music. Don't take it away from me. I need it. Uh-oh. I think that was an innocent civilian. Oh no! Oh no! I was just kind of clicking a lot. I like how my character didn't even say anything about it. He wasn't like, "Ah, shit, wrong." Just kept running. Negative 47. Everyone gets retired. You get a retirement, and you get a retirement. It was probably a replicant. Oh man. Well, that doesn't feel good. Even if it is just a video game character, that was not something I enjoyed. It's like, hey dude, your chef just bailed.
See you later, Howie.
Oh, that's immersion. A little immersion broke in there. Oh, there's a lot more. There's a lot more stuff to analyze. Maybe now is not the moment. Maybe we should continue trying to find the chef. Did the frame rates get fucked? Vinny, if a cop shoots a civilian for no reason, does that cop have to run from the cops? Yes. Why do I keep reading your messages, Horo?
Locked.
Frames are good now? Okay, well, this is locked. Can I shoot it? No. Well, you know, I think the dude that I shot had an edged weapon. That fucking video made me so paranoid that everyone has a knife at all times. Kind of looks like a Tim Curry from this angle.
Most of them were shot point blank, but we're looking at some others. Sloppy cuts with a knife, like the perp was really pissed off at something. That black paint you found on the fire hydrant, it's from a ground car.
About 30 counts of animal murder and 1 of aggravated assault.
You know this girl or not?
Nope. I know who I know.
A ground car.
Totally
Is this a ground
uninteresting.
car? You sure? Because it looks like a ground car to me.
Totally uninteresting.
God.
Yuck.
Well. My dude's like, he's like, yuck. He's like, ah.
He was just
Makes
an
no-
old bum. Not Howie's cook, and certainly not a replicant. I'd screwed up, plain and simple. If I was going to get clear of this, I needed to tell Guza, and the sooner the better. I knew what I was doing wasn't right, but I didn't have time to answer questions back at the station. Besides, specials vanished every day in this city, and no one ever missed them.
Wait a minute. No. Didn't I just say I had to tell Guza? What the fuck? What? My character is a fucking monster now. What the fuck kind of moral conundrum shit is this?
The body was still there. I didn't know when the trash got picked up in this neighborhood, but I hoped it was soon. The body was still there. I didn't know when
Whoa.
the trash got picked up in this neighborhood, but I hoped it was soon.
Agent negative 47 here. Holy shit. Jeez. Scanning. There were green arrows near the door. Hang on, maybe because I had gun mode open before, I missed some of the green arrows. Let's see. That door or this door? Oh, here. Well, it's a crowbar. I can't actually do anything with it.
Locked.
Wait a minute. I only have one save file. I'd have to do a couple things if I reload it, right? I saved kind of a while ago.
Totally uninteresting.
Jesus, why is everything uninteresting?
Totally uninteresting.
Yeah, I should probably save again.
Totally uninteresting.
So yeah, bum murdered. Looking around, I guess... I mean, you would think I'd have to chase the dude. It gave me the chase music, and then there was a locked door. That just feels so weird. Go back to the door and look for the green arrow. For fuck's sake, are you serious? I scoured the door. I scoured it, everybody. I scoured so hard. Okay, I'm scouring. That's not... Okay, that's on McCoy. When you mouse over McCoy, you get a green arrow, too. I can't pick up the crowbar. There's... Like, there's no green aside from McCoy. Different door? There's a bunch of green over here, but I already touched it, and it's apparently totally uninteresting. The game has real-time events? Oh, okay. Alright, well, he's gone then. Never mind. Alright, never mind. Oh, you guys mean this door? There's gonna be a lot of this in this playthrough. Just a lot of me, like, kind of rotating the mouse, waiting for it to turn green, and then clicking. Man, it's my first stream of this game, and it's already... it's going so poorly. Good.
Laboratory, mainframe, and shooting laboratory.
I think I need to get to an Esper machine. There's one in here. They even have a microfiche.
Run sitter crime scene.
Oh, it is so easy to miss stuff. Holy shit.
A black ground car. Looks like it's been around the block a few times. Give me a hard copy of that.
You gotta do some serious detecting.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
This is Crystal Steel, badge number BR61354. Still working the explosion at the Tyrell manufacturing plant. It'll take a day or so to analyze the debris, but there's no doubt in my mind that we're dealing with a bomber here. Right now, it looks like the protesters had nothing to do with it. They were in too close proximity to have been in on the deal. No MOs or identities are rolling up just yet, and I'm still going through the inset files to see if any replicant munitions experts are unaccounted for. This is Crystal Steel badge number BR61354, conducting the interrogation of Spencer Gregorian, leader of CARS, Citizens Against Replicant Slavery, November 22nd, 2019.
I once again asked that my attorney...
Shut it, shitbird. I'm asking the questions. We've already put you on the machine, so we know you're not a skin job.
That term offends me.
Okay, so you're not one of those biomechanical scumbags. And you claim to not know anything about the bombing at Tyrell.
This is true. We advocate equal rights under the law for replicants. We have nothing against Tyrell Corporation for creating them.
That's some sick logic.
The replicants are living organisms, whether people like you like it or not. Replicants contribute greatly to the economic well-being of our culture. They cannot be discounted as such.
Hell, it'd be no skin off my nose if each and every one of them was hosed down for good. You ever see this guy?
Why, yes. Actually, I have. He was present at the protest. He's not part of our group, but outsiders are usually welcome.
How many new faces showed up that day?
Not too many. A handful at most.
Describe them to me.
I don't know if I can.
Oh no. Recording off.
Chat, come on.
Describe them to me again.
Just the Rastafarian fellow. And that friend of his. A slim blonde man, Asian, with a ponytail. Can I see my attorney?
Bravo, Spencer. You've done your civic duty for the day.
It's kind of the plot of Blade Runner 2049 to some extent. There's like some echoes of what's going on here in that. Okay. I'm not really sure what to do now. I have a car. Got a picture of a car. Is there a way to run the plate?
Ground floor. Lockup. Ground floor. Mainframe and shooting laboratory.
Well, let's see what this dude has to say. Get the plate from Esper, so I have to go even deeper into the photo. You know, once I figure out what the fuck to do in this game, it'll probably be a lot easier.
Lieutenant,
I'm gonna
I shot a guy down in Chinatown.
You what? Damn it, what are you telling me? I don't need this, not today.
Hey, I'm trying to do the right thing here. I could have left the guy to rot.
You're gonna owe me on this one, McCoy. Big time. I'm gonna have to call in some favors. So they're calling it a justified shooting?
I kind of thought they might.
That doesn't mean your ass is out of the fire with me, McCoy. You may have put one over on internal affairs, but you and I both know the real Skinny.
Is that right?
You can't just go around waxing civilians.
And then putting them in a
McCoy,
dumpster.
I know how it is on the street. It's easy for a Blade Runner to step over the line. You do this job right, you got a long career ahead of you. But you screw up again.
I can handle it.
You better. Get lost. We both got work to do.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
Can't wait to shoot another civilian and ruin the game. That's what I'm here for. Apparently there's many endings, so if I fuck this up, then yeah.
Laboratory.
It's my own goddamn fault.
Anything else?
That piece of chrome you found outside of Runcida's is from a 1995 Pontiac.
Nice set of wheels.
95.
Okay, not what I call a classic.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Okay, so I kind of understand the flow of the game, and apparently you can fuck up and have it have lasting effects.
And shooting range.
So that's cool. Can't wait. Can't wait to do one more stupid thing, and there goes my Blade Runner license. That's cool. Doesn't look like the Esper can actually get the license plate.
Run sitter crime scene.
Well, no, not really. Yeah, look at that.
Local license plate? Give me a
Oh man,
hard
you
copy
gotta
of that.
really do some severe detective work in these 3D photos. Holy shit.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue
It's not
database transfer complete.
Someone in chat just said, it's not all killing civilians. What do you mean? It's not killing civilians and getting a negative 47 score in the shooting range?
Sitter crime scene.
That's what I'm here for.
Sitter crime scene.
Let me try one more thing. There's a dude in the doorway here, right? No. Just a shadowy figure. They did a really, really good job with this machine.
Run sitter crime scene.
You know, I really don't want to be spoiled, but someone in chat mentioned something, and there's no way I would have ever thought to get to this. Ever. Apparently this character has ankle jewelry. Like, really?
It's some kind of
Really?
insect. Give me a hard copy of that.
What?
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Now I know, every time I have a new photo, I have to go mental with it.
Mainframe, roof. Ground floor. Laboratory.
Let's see if Laboratory Jim has anything new to say.
Anything else?
Zip, man. Try me later.
Okay. What I need, actually, is I need to figure out how to
Ground
get that
floor.
license plate going.
Hey, pal.
Oh, hey, pal.
Hey, pal.
Hey, pal.
Sorry to bother you, Lieutenant. I was just checking in.
Nothing new here.
We'll get back out there. Those reps ain't retiring themselves.
Yeah, suicidal targets would make my job a lot easier.
Everybody's got a job, kid.
This game is abandonware, by the way, if anyone was curious.
Lockup.
As far as I'm aware, it's not available in any official capacity at the moment. I mean, Westwood's dead, so... And EA couldn't figure out a way to implement crates, so... It's just here.
See you later, Howie.
Oh, see you later, Howie. Someone in chat said that the game may have glitched for me, and that I may in fact Like, the dude is behind a locked door and I should be able to get through the locked door?
The body was still there. I didn't know when the trash got picked up in this neighborhood, but I hoped it was soon. It's some kind of insect.
Partial plate. Vinny, it's not glitched. I failed this before and still finished the game. Alright, well, the real problem here is now I don't have any leads, and there's only 4 locations in all of Los Angeles. Maybe I should shoot it. Just let me shoot the door. It'll open. Please. There's no insects back here. I'm looking to find, like, insect manufacturers. I should be happy it's not in the kitchen. Well, like I said, like any good Blade Runner, my character is a raging alcoholic, and the best way to handle... What the fuck? Chat, what the fuck is this? What the fuck? Is that Gaff?
Rumor has it you've been earning your stripes, McCoy.
Working on it.
Keep it up. You just might have a future in this business.
I understand it's got a hell of a retirement plan.
You VK the mark before retirement?
Didn't have to.
That's why they call it the magic.
I'm starting to understand.
You ever retire a human, your career is over. Remember that. I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
They ever find the moon bus?
Disappeared into thin air. Brian thinks it crashed out in the Kipple.
How many reps we talking about?
Enough. They're Nexus 6s. So don't take too much slack.
Gotcha.
Thanks, terrible Gaff impression. So wait, what was that? I just have to kill one human and my career's over? What if I did already?
Yuck. Yuck.
Yuck? That's it? Alright. This game is weird. Okay, so the chef that just tried to kill me before with the soup found my house!
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
Thank God my dog is still alive. Holy shit.
Good doggy.
Like, shouldn't I be able to loot the corpse for clues? Okay, now we're kind of...
Zubin was the first Nexus 6 I'd come up against. There was something in his eyes, an almost primordial desire to live. Most of the 3s, 4s, and 5s I'd seen would just give up when you had them. But these 6s, they were a whole other breed.
Forced to walk over to the balcony. It's not as good of a view as Deckard's apartment, to be sure. I bet this apartment was cheaper.
Portrait of the sleep-deprived.
Don't tell me this dude dreams about unicorns too.
What?
Kingston Kitchen.
Oh, yes, right. Hold on.
Is this what the gravity be like on Mars?
Oh, no. It's about a third of what we got here on Terra. Real comfy.
What the
How
fuck?
about turning that dial, okay?
What is
when
this?
I say... Oh!
Please, can you control your rat?
I'll have you know that Ricky's a purebred chihuahua.
No, I don't want to see that.
Totally real.
Things going good at Tyrell Corporation?
Boring, boring. Old man Tyrell's been on a Wagner kick lately. He never shuts up.
You also do outside work?
Sweetie, I never go outside. It's bad for the glands.
How about Nexus 6? You know a lot about them?
I think you should be going now.
Understand good, it holds deep meaning for me now. Where be your research on Nexus 6? And your test studies, contacts, the works.
Only simulator! Extraterrestrial gravity!
One more minute, you be swallowing this explosive. 3 more minutes, they be hosing you off the True Life building across town.
No, I swear. I don't have anything. If I did, I'd give it to you.
My people sick and dying. You tell me something.
Talk to Dr. Tyrell.
Tell me something I don't know.
The organ designers, Miraji, Hannibal Chu, Luther and Lance. They're closer to him than I am.
Where?
DNA Row. They're all working down on DNA Row.
You one miserable package man.
No! No, please, don't!
Yeah, I don't feel threatened by that guy. I kind of just want to be his friend.
Camped out there with a bottle of tequila.
Oh, very funny.
Early bird slays the worm, McCoy.
Don't worry, I'm up, Lieutenant. What's the buzz?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building.
Inside?
That's right. But we also got a sweet little break on it. Tyrell's surveillance system recorded the whole shebang.
Beautiful. How many perps?
Just one. I don't know if it's related to the Runciner deal or not. Tyrell security will have the disc for you when you get there. You'll be good, killer.
I like how the dude calls me killer. That's probably an old, like, friend nickname, right? It has nothing to do with the fact that I just killed an innocent civilian and then tried to cover it up by throwing the body in a dumpster. Start of Act 2, autosave. I love that the chef found my apartment. That is a really, really cool thing. I bet the dog is hungry.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Your floor number, please.
McCoy just wants enough money to feed kibble.
Roof.
To his dog. Dog will never judge your sins. That's true. The dog is the only thing pure in this fucked up world, despite it being a replicant. It's kind of funny how McCoy retires replicants, while at the same time, he himself... Oh, there's the Tyrell building. This should be fun. While he himself hunts replicants and has a replicant dog. It's just... It's like, come on, dude. There's the Hades. It's called the Hades landscape. It was made with miniatures. And this building, the miniature for this building is on display at
McCoy,
the Museum
LPD.
of the Moving Image in Queens.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grab test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
He said the dog was real, but that doesn't mean
one more thing.
It's real.
I told you everything I know, Detective. I gotta work. These monitors don't watch themselves.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
Like, he could have easily been fooled and tricked into buying a good fake boy.
Jesus. I seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
I thought about Maggie!
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
I have to tell you my thoughts. Because you wouldn't understand.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The killer was an expert. The charge had been big enough to do the job, but not big enough to shatter the soundproof walls of the float chamber. But I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him. Disgusting.
Yeah, you could say that again.
I checked with UN Air. Looks your rep swung that moonbus massacre last month.
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the top.
The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. The dog collar has a name on it. Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before?
Got the Tyrell security. Okay.
If you spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
My guy should be saying yuck right about now. So clearly, these criminals have some kind of vendetta against animals. There's a common link.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
The better question is, why are they fucking killing
dogs? It was a Tyrell
dogs?
sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for last year's infamous Lolita model, a big hit with the all-important dirty old man market.
That's an easy one. That's a low-hanging fruit. These are dogs, by the way.
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
See, yeah, these are just dogs. So someone said go back, there's more clickable items. It's just the poor doggos. Sorry. But yeah, the world of Blade Runner is pretty fucking grimy.
Lagging behind again?
Guza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still fitting the pieces together. You know the Moonbus massacre that went down last month?
Gaff mentioned something about it.
The rogue skin jobs probably flew to Earth. And one of them is a demolitions expert, similar MO to your Vic upstairs.
Hell of a coincidence.
I'll call you if I find out anything more about your case.
It's odd watching them talk. And then McCoy's arms just go like he just like flails them wildly mid-conversation. I missed a blue box on the floor. Did I know? Blue box on the floor. Blue box on the floor. Blue box on the floor.
I'd seen more dead animals than live
That's
ones in
dog.
the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
I'm looking for the blue box on the floor, but I don't see it. I think people are noticing a lot of non-clickable trash. Cannot click. It's not clickable, chat. Why you do? It's just trash. That
the
I
earring was
missed.
shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Well, hang on a minute now. That's not true because that girl was wearing that anklet. Got a couple more questions for you.
How do I get in to see the big boss?
Oh.
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture.
You need to go to JF Sebastian.
You friendly with Eisendeller?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisendeller, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Grav Test Chief Engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
Guys, he's trying so hard to deliver these lines.
You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendeller's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security is tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendeller's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees.
I mean, the security seems pretty great. A dude was like, "Yeah, I'm a delivery man," and he got in. Like holding a bomb. There is no detector of bombs. And the security guy was like, "Go right ahead." I don't know why he's Luigi. Animoid Row, okay. Well, I like that new options open up as you play the game, so as not to overwhelm you right away. I think maybe we'll go to Animoid Row right now. Some more Vangelis music.
Excuse me, pal. You know who deals in insects down here?
You don't want insects? They're no good companion. But fish are good. I have every kind of fish for you. Blowfish, dorado, miniature sailfish. Very friendly.
No thanks. I got a dog at home.
Fish just as good as dog.
No, my dog is real.
Real? Oh, you must make lots of money.
Let's get back to insects. Official LPD business.
Ah, down at end of Animal Row, you see big green sign? You try there. Good luck with dog, friend. Hope he stays healthy.
Cheese.
Fish, very tasty. I wonder if that's the lady who analyzes the scale from the movie. I don't know, this dude's kind of like suspicious because he's
Might
like...
I interest you in a snake, noble one?
Not today, thanks.
Is that Taffy Lewis?
You know anything about insects?
I regret that I do not, noble one, save that I feed them to my snakes.
No,
You
it's,
do
it's
what?
not Taffy Lewis.
Artificial ones, of course. The safeguards in the design of my snakes would not allow them to swallow a real insect.
I assume that this insect is already extinct.
They all died after the war, yes.
So the fakes must be pretty expensive.
If bought in bulk, the price is acceptable. They do not need to eat them, of course, but the added realism is worth every penny. Have you ever seen such craftsmanship?
Right now I'm more interested in the insect.
Perhaps you should ask the Peruvian woman next door. She's an expert on such things and will cut a wonderful deal to friends.
This is the dude that Deckard shakes down before he gets to Taffy Lewis. Grabs him by the tie. He's like, my friend. My friend!
This your work?
Ah, the dragon.
Dragon?
See? Anosoptera. Dragonfly late of the American South Swampland.
You sell jewelry with dragonflies?
Item like that, very special significance. Very rare, senor. Estate item, and most likely part
She
of
sounds
large
drunk.
collection. Person must have plenty money to obtain a collection.
More than I can afford.
You try Hawker's Circle. Might want to trade for this. With luck, you may find.
If this is from a collection, I'm also looking for the other pieces.
I make you a deal. I found out where to get dragonfly jewelry. Then, you buy a piece, right? For special lady friend? You come back later.
I'll do that.
You take care, chasing the dragon.
If I lived in the Blade Runner world of Los Angeles 2019, I'd be drunk
Handsome
24/7.
man like you has lady friend, of course.
All my girl cares about is food and love.
Oh, how romantic. What is this girl's name?
Maggie.
Maggie. Ah, Maggie, senor. It's perfect, is it not?
It's kind of ugly, but you talked me into it.
Yeah. Gonna use my money to buy stuff for the pupper, and that's it. Not gonna buy like an Uzi or a better gun. Even though there appears to be a gun store right here. Oh, these voxels don't work out so well. Okay. Hang on a minute. I think we're getting someplace.
Step up, step up. Mama Isabella cooked you something special. Put a glow in your cheek.
McCoy, LPD. Mind if I ask you a couple of questions?
Questions, they always need answers.
Yes, are you aware of a gentleman named Bob Marley? And if so, how can I purchase his greatest hits album, Legend?
You send a lot of deliveries over to Marcus Eisendaler at the Tyrell building?
Eisendaler. Oh, Eisendaler, yeah. Let me tell you, that man can't eat.
Send anything over lately?
No, sir. No deliveries to him no more. Not since last month. He be way behind on his bill.
Not for a month, eh?
At least. No more till him pay up.
You may have a little trouble collecting. He's dead. That stew's looking tasty.
Fix you right up. Only dirty chinion. It put a spring in your step, man. The
Dirty
ladies,
chinion.
they be loving you.
What'd you just call me? Someone in my left ear just went, yum.
Thanks for your time.
Minus negative 40,000 points am I up to at the moment.
I got a couple of questions for you, Captain.
First one's on the house. The rest you pay for. You want chit-chat, you hire a hooker. This ain't no social club.
Holy shit. That's also Jeff Garlin, I think.
Nice bracelet, tough guy. Who's Maggie, your mommy?
She's a dog.
So is my wife, but I sure as hell don't brag about it.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
Where's the Frank Sinatra music? I told you, wife puns everywhere.
Pour me one.
Just one?
One, but one good one.
My wife. This game is, when you work as a detective, that is your repertoire of jokes. It's just, my wife, and that's it.
Two minutes. That's how much time I give every stranger that wanders in here off the street.
Sell a lot of stuff that way?
I don't encourage browsers. What impresses me are people who know what they want and are not afraid to pay for it.
What's the most expensive thing you got in here?
Value is a relative notion. What's significant to you might be meaningless to me.
And vice versa.
Everything here is guaranteed. The finest, most authentic anyone can get.
What are you selling? I don't know what you're selling. Are you selling diamonds?
Let me tell you what I want, and maybe I'll impress you.
All my paperwork is in order.
Doesn't matter. I don't read anyhow. What's your name?
Ezo.
You move a lot of valuable goods through here? Valuable and exotic?
How exotic?
We're talking exceptionally fine jewelry in the shape of a dragonfly.
Ah, they were so majestic. I remember them from my childhood, and that was the last time I've seen them.
It's very important that I find out about this. Can you help me?
If I see something, and you can match whatever my collectors will pay, it's all yours.
Thanks a million.
Look at this guy. This guy's straight out of Final Fantasy VII. Which came out the same year as this. Oh no, a year after.
Excuse me,
This
pal.
is what... Guys, this is what PC games looked like at this time. Final Fantasy VII characters looked like Popeye put through, like, multiple contusions. Like someone flattened a papercraft Popeye and just, that's it. Here's your characters. I mean, the hardware was a little bit limited, obviously. It was a different time, but... Just putting it into perspective was kind of strange for me, because I was like, wait a minute. This game is actually surprisingly good for its time. The characters don't look so great up close, but I believe that's because they're voxels. Red voxels.
You hear anything yet about that dragonfly jewelry, like what I showed you before?
No, senor. My friend, he's asking for me. If you come back later, maybe I know something more.
Bullet Runner. Bullet Shoot. Let's go to the Bullet Shoot headquarters. Really, again, I keep praising this game's recreation of the Blade Runner universe, but it is fucking spot on.
That a 45 blaster under your coat, or you just happy to be here?
You got good eyes.
They ought to be. They're the only organs of mine that survived the Phobos Wars intact.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Blade Runner, huh?
You bet.
How come I never heard of you?
I just got assigned.
Yeah, I'm kind of buddies with Davey Holden. How's he doing?
Word is he's gonna be okay.
That skin job must have been pretty damn quick getting by Davey like that. He's the best in the business.
He'll be back on the job soon.
God damn it. Ads. This is what I meant to do.
You got any decent ammo for my piece?
You mean the good stuff? Because I know them police-issue spitballs just don't cut it.
Not these days.
Yeah, I know how it is. If you want to drop a skin job, you need a little extra oomph. I got a few clips around here somewhere. If you got the chin yen for it.
Okay, let's have it.
Oh, you buy better ammo. Look at that fucking bullet. Jesus. Yeah, this looks so fucking much like the weapon shop in Final Fantasy VII, down to the turret. What was it? It was, in Walmart? Walmarket? What's designer cut? I don't know what that means. I'm gonna start numbering the saves. So this will be 1. Just to make it easy.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. I walked all the way here. Excuse me, I just really need to buy weapons, excuse me.
You want to make it as a Blade Runner? You ought to do your own investigations. Hey, put that away!
I'm gonna put something away, but it ain't gonna be my gun. Animal sales was a profitable and prestigious business since most real animals had died out after the Terran War. There were plenty of electric ones, though, powered by rechargeable batteries. No self-respecting human would own one of those frauds.
Guess we gotta start the whole game over.
Hey, put that away!
I'm gonna put something away, but it ain't gonna be my gun. I'd crossed the line. Bob was a psychopath, but I was almost sure he wasn't a replicant. I didn't have a lot of time and my options were pretty lousy. Stay and face the music, or take off and hope I didn't get caught. I'd crossed the line. Bob was a psychopath, but I was almost sure he wasn't a replicant.
Skip. Sorry, Bob. Man, I think McCoy is the psychopath. apparently you can't just shoot any random old NPC. There seems to be a very limited number of people you can shoot. Alright, it's gonna be a Tum circus tonight. I have to tell you what I made for dinner, because it was very interesting. But just give me a second. I try not to abuse Tums, but I'm also getting old and crusty. I had deviled chicken. It's like butter, mustard, and some spice blend on chicken, and you bread it, and you put it in the oven. Sweet potatoes and collard greens. And it was all really good. But the collard greens gave me heartburn.
Laboratory.
Yeah.
Mainframe and shooting range.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database.
You can devil a chicken, apparently. It's the first I've heard of it.
Transfer complete. Scanning video disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do some work here. Yeah, get that 3D image. Wow, I was able to turn the photo.
Like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Give me a hard copy of that.
That is a photo. If you can see the other side of the person's face from a photo, that is some legit technology. I wonder if he's got an ankle bracelet. No. Chinese food. Couldn't believe it. Oh shit, that's pizza! I found the pizza. Now, apparently the gun is non-zoom-inable. Pizza. Enhance. Pepperoni. Sausage. Enhance. Wow.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
Don't I have that collar? Well, that's the dog. I'm not sure if there's any more, but I'll search around a little bit. Yep, there is more. Well, this is the stuff I found.
Box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
I guess, oh, if you missed the clue, here's the backup. Let's see what kind of pizza this was again. Pineapple. Truly a psychopath. Bracelet? No, we're not zooming in on the bracelet. There's the bomb.
Bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
JC.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once.
Kingston Kitchens, where have I... It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for last year's infamous Lolita model, a big hit.
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisenduller, he almost...
Laboratory.
Gotta keep hearing about that fucking model. No, nothing here. Dude on break?
Ground floor.
Hey, pal.
That's right. I'm your pal. Where did this guy go? Everyone's on break?
Ground floor. Ground floor. Lockup.
Let's see if anyone new got arrested lately. Nope, same dude.
You're Spencer Gregorian, right?
No. I really think my lawyer should be here.
I got some more questions for you. Tell me about your protest at Tyrell's plant.
I already told that other detective everything. Under duress.
I want to know about the people who were there. The Rastafarian and the Asian guy with the sunglasses.
I don't know them.
Were they together?
They seemed to be. I saw them talking.
Before or after the explosion?
Before. I didn't see them at all after. That's all I know, I swear. I wouldn't even know where to find explosives. I'm not a violent man.
Of course you aren't. You just want to let replicants walk the streets.
They're not killers, Detective. They're innocents. They just want to live a decent, productive life like you or me.
It's that simple, huh? I got some more questions for you. Lot of people involved in your cause, Spencer?
Yes, sir. We're growing fast. As more and more people realize that replicants have cognitive and emotional legitimacy, the Citizens Against Replicant Slavery will spearhead the movement towards...
Save the pitch for someone who gives a shit.
Whoa.
We're peaceful people, Detective. We live by a code that men like you could never understand.
Try me.
2 centuries ago, humans were held in slavery. Brave souls formed an underground railroad.
So, you help replicants escape the city.
I'm talking figuratively, Detective.
Sure you are.
We're not children, Detective. We have resources. The world
We're not
is
children,
changing.
right?
People are waking up to the injustices perpetrated by a sick society that you have helped.
A lot of them will wake up dead if reps are allowed to run amok on Terra, jerk. I'm gonna give you a little test.
The other detective, she already tested me earlier today.
Uh-huh. Look, I gotta check out the equipment, and you're the only stiff around.
I object to this treatment. If you'll just call my lawyer, he'll take care.
Your lawyer would tell you I got the authority to VK the mayor if I want. And he'd have to smile and nod and kiss my butt until I cleared him. So sit down.
Oh shit, here it is, the VK. Oh, I actually have to do this? Oh, okay, I have no idea how to do this.
Reaction time is a factor in this, so please pay attention. Where do you live?
3rd sector, uptown.
Nice neighborhood?
Very. Is this going to take long?
Just keep your pants on, Spencer. Using the first words that come into your mind, describe your childhood.
Safe. Protected. Loved.
You're at a restaurant with friends. One of them orders lobster. The chef drops the lobster into the tub of boiling water while you watch.
Are you trying to make me sick?
So, this is a low-intensity question. What's this? Okay, so this is just asking a bunch of different questions. Let's go back to low intensity.
A man dressed in rags approaches you on the street and asks for money.
I tried to help him, of course. Buy him dinner or take him to a shelter.
For those wondering in chat, this is an empathy test because replicants were built faulty. They don't have this. Nexus 6 has memories. That's what the point of the Blade Runner movie is. It takes a long time to, you know, figure out if they're replicants or not.
You suddenly feel the urge to commit suicide.
I love life too much to commit suicide. You wouldn't know about that, would you?
You've been drafted into the army. During a boot camp hazing, you're bound, blindfolded, and forced to eat worms.
Hazing's illegal.
Oh yeah, you're really worried about breaking the law. Wonder why I'm the one on this side of the bars.
Civil disobedience has a long history in our world.
So does genocide, but I ain't out butchering my neighbors. For your anniversary, your spouse gives you a real goldfish.
I donated to a family that couldn't afford an animal.
Cells within cells?
You're going to die. It may be soon. Death. The grave. Rot.
You're enjoying this.
It may be soon. The readouts don't lie. You're scared. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone.
This conversation is over, Detective. I don't have to sit here and take abuse.
Test terminated.
I don't know what just happened. Like, I don't know what that accomplished.
You keeping busy, pal?
Please leave me alone. My migraine's acting up.
Does he have empathy? Is that what I learned? I don't know how to read the machine properly. I think he's human. We got emotional. If he shows the emotion, then I'm assuming that means he's good.
Mainframe and shooting range. Roof.
But then again, in the movie, it takes like a fuckload of questions to see if Rachel is a replicant or not. So it's not exactly... It's not a given. So, Vinny, if you ask something terrible but they don't care, does that mean they're replicants? I believe so. You should watch the original movie and see what you think. Because that's kind of the idea behind it. Also, they keep referencing Holden. Holden is the very first scene of Blade Runner. And he's talking to Leon. He's giving him the test, and he gets shot. So this is like right after that.
You want to make it as a Blade Runner? You ought to do your own investigations.
When I say the original movie, I mean watch the final cut.
You want to make it as a Blade Runner? You ought to do your own investigations.
You might not like it though. It's not a movie for everyone. Some people hate it. It's very slow. It's got a weird pace and story, but I love it.
Hey, put that away!
I'm gonna put something away, but it ain't gonna be my gun.
Little boys shouldn't play with guns. I heard of you.
Is that right?
You ain't done much.
I just got assigned.
Guys like you get hurt real easy.
Meaning what, exactly?
It ain't like you're a real Blade Runner. Not like Steel or Gaff.
I get hurt sometimes, too. It's a dangerous business.
You want to make it as a Blade Runner? You ought to do your own investigations.
Okay, well, I had explosives that I was hoping this guy could help me with. I have a photo now. I could show some people that photo.
This guy worked for you?
That was almost the Mario theme.
No, but I wish he do. He be one fine-looking man.
You sure? Never seen him before.
I'd remembered him for sure.
That doesn't help.
Pour me one.
Just one?
May as well get fucked up.
One good one. You say everything's top quality here. That'd go for your old buddy Spencer Gregorian, too?
I met him a while back. He bought some calfskin gloves from me. Said he wanted to do some gardening.
Calfskin?
Faux calfskin.
Gregorian said you were thrown out of cars for having violent tendencies.
Whoever Gregorian is, he's lying.
He also said you were a borderline sociopath who ought to be locked up, but I'm inclined to agree.
Don't you wish I gave a damn about what you think?
I can make you give a damn.
Let me give you a little word of advice, detective. Stay out of my business. More importantly, stay out of my face. All I'd have to do is make one bid call and you would be shoveling shit off-world for the rest of your career.
Talk to me like that some more and you'll be eating it.
Perhaps I can interest you in this camera. 100 years ago, it was a cherished item. Whole families sat for portraits.
I've seen plenty of photographs in my time.
Have you ever seen this?
Asshole ran away. I guess I have to try to find the dude, or... Let's see. Or he's just gone, and that's it. That's the end of it. What the fuck?
You blew your retirement loot this time, Slim.
What are you doing here?
That was him?
Tracking this piece of shit. What are you doing here besides putting your nuts on the chopping block?
investigating Ezo. Maybe we should compare notes.
Maybe you should find another line of work. Just in case I'm not around to bail you out next time. I'll wait for the uniforms. Why don't you grab yourself a slice of quiche or something? And pick up a bottle of scotch for the real Blade Runner, will ya? Just kidding, Slim.
Jeez. Hey, KY, I'm really enjoying this. I'm kind of fucking sucking at it. I have a negative 47 score in the shooting range. I've already killed one innocent civilian. I let this dude run away. So I'm having a good time. I'm doing real well.
Nothing more to find.
This is why one must save frequently.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. You know the moonbus man?
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me.
Where the
like
fuck?
the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row.
Where'd the camera go? Like it's in my inventory somewhere, I just can't access it. That certainly explains a lot. Not yet. $14K graphics? Those are the most graphics I've ever seen. Okay, now we can go down. It's the future. It's 2019. By 2019, we're gonna have 14K graphics. It's happening.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Ezo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer. The exact arms that renegade replicants would be looking for to survive in the big city.
Nothing else there.
There's a couple things
Nothing
here.
else there.
Like a fucking rifle.
Nothing else there.
An automatic shotgun. Maybe the game wants me to shoot things. Oh man, I assumed that there was a chase through here that I missed. Like a thrilling chase, all because I didn't realize I had to shoot a lock off. Yeah, that's my reaction too. Hmpst. Welcome to the slime den.
That's impossible.
Oh, if you guys didn't know, tomorrow KY and I are going to be covering the video game awards. Just in case you were unaware. Should be a bit of a shit show, but we'll be there to ease the pain. I'll have 3 shots of Jack Daniels waiting for me.
Ray McCoy, Rep Detect.
Yep. I'll have them lined up, and every time a major disappointment happens, I'll take a shot. I'll see how long it takes me to get through them.
There were off-world rifles here and more. Grenades, explosives, modern rifles, even some police-issue restricted weaponry. Izzo wasn't some small-time fence, but a big-time arms dealer.
It's weird, the camera's like just not in my inventory anymore. I wonder if the camera from 100 years ago can be manipulated in 3D space.
I was fresh out of Leeds. Poking around Hawker's Circle had been a waste of time. I had nothing to connect this Izzo character to the Eisendaler murder. But if the replicants had done in one Tyrell scientist, maybe they'd go after another. And the subcontractors down on DNA Row didn't have Tyrell security to protect them.
Oh, a new location. DNA Row. I might actually, well, what time is it? I can go a little bit longer. I wasn't gonna stream this for a full 3 hours, but I'm kind of enjoying it. I was considering having tonight be the Escape from LA movie night, but it's a little too late for that now. And I mean, how much torture do we really wish to endure, you know? How long is this fucking terrible movie anyway?
Your floor number, please.
McCoy, 88F.
88. Thank you.
101 minutes. That is a good dog. Alright, if it's real fake dogs.
Here you go, baby.
We thought the dog was real. It's not. It's fake. It's a fraud. You bought a fucking fake dog. You dumbass. They told you it was real. Wait, before I go back to the machine, I need some jazz. Thanks. Okay, get some new...
Hawker's Circle.
Look. 1997 people faces. Why is there another me talking to that dude? Oh, I have to zoom in on the trash. Where'd the music go? Oh, come on, I wanted to hear more of the music. At least I found a rabbit. I'm not sure if this picture has anything of worth. Unless it just accidentally... Just a Deckard cameo? Is that him? Is that Deckard? I think it is, actually. I think it's Deckard talking to the lady, the scale lady. In the scene where he thinks that it's a fish scale, but it's a snake scale. Oh, that's cool. The Deckard cameo. Not fish.
China bar.
Snake. Again with these fucking pictures. Holy shit.
That guy sure gets around. Give me a hard copy of that.
He gets around, he gets around. Yeah. Get around, round, he gets around, Oh, sorry, I meant... She was a tall glass of water.
At this point, it's worth zooming in on fucking everything because I have no faith that I'll have spotted everything in the first go around. That's not how pictures work, says Crazy Ginger. Are you crazy? But this is 2 years into the future. You don't know what 2019 is going to be like.
Interesting. Give me a hard copy of that.
Listen, we've got a year and a half to get here. Have faith. Stool. I love the, I love the Dennis is also making a noise. He's like... That's a famous video. Just type the Beach Boys shred. I've seen it. I like that one. Wow. How does McCoy use his Esper machine from in the hallway over here? I wonder. It's impressive. Someone's making a VR Deckard's apartment. I don't know how close they are to being finished, but...
Apartments, ground floor.
Oh, you're right. He can do it because it's 2 years into the future. But much like the Enterprise D recreation that I showed you guys, the like walking simulator on the Enterprise D that's also in VR, by the way, the Deckard apartment thing looks to be a very, very faithful recreation, leading me to the question, of course, how much time did that person have on their hands? Also, that's a pretty decent, that was a scene from the movie. Is this Chew's Eyes place? I do your eyes.
What you want?
Yep.
I'm busy.
No, is that really is that him? Is that Chew?
Excuse me.
Deliveries to where?
LPD, I got a couple of questions.
They got him! James Hong!
You know, take up time. Busy.
Marcus Eisendaler is dead.
Okay, we talk. Quick, come. What you want?
You were close to Eisendaler?
Eisendaler? No time for him. No go to lab. Eisendaler test off-world gravity to work important organs. Visual center, you see?
Marcus is dead.
To work hard all night, all day, no stop, no break, no OT.
Did you hear me?
Of course I hear you. You think I'm deaf? Your time more important, huh? Eisendaler dead. Miraji may be dead. You out chasing skirts.
Miraji?
You eat supper with Miraji every night, no fail. Sometimes Chinese, sometimes Indian, sometimes home cooked. Sometimes we go up and eat with twins.
Miraji didn't show. Did you call him?
Call. I knocked. 10 minutes ago. Door locked. No answer. Where you come from, huh?
What?
Nothing.
I love James Hong so much. This dude was in not Dodgeball. What was the fucking ping pong movie? That stupid Balls of Fury? He was in so many movies. And also the original Blade Runner.
Tell me this.
Hey, wait, LPD, hey. You deaf or something, huh? LPD?
Low Pan from Big Trouble in Little China.
For nothing.
Also, Bullet Bob on Anemoid Row was Vincent Schiavelli, who is like a really famous character actor who was in Ghost. He was the ghost that taught Patrick Swayze how to like push things with his mind. He was in so many fucking movies. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Batman Returns. He was in Man on the Moon. Yeah, man. That's not James Hong. I'm talking about the other dude.
Tell me this.
Hey, wait. Hey. LPD, you deaf or something, huh? LPD? I'm very busy. Eyes won't wait for nothing.
Okay. Alright, Chew. See ya. That was a nice surprise. He was in Diablo 3. He's Shen the Jeweler in Diablo 3. No shit! James Hong plays Shen? Dude got a lot of work. Apparently, there's quite a few cameos in this game. I'm really excited to get to the other cameos. There's some good ones. I spoiled myself.
Who did this?
Help me, sir. Please, help me. It is going to blow.
In that case... Save file. What's going...
Wait, maybe I can disarm it.
No! There is no time! And he said, if you touch it...
No, I got this.
Run! Run!
Hold on, an ambulance will be coming.
You must warn the twins. Up there. Up the stairs.
The twins? Did they do this?
No. Tall man with dreadlocks. The bomber. And another with beard.
piercing eyes. What did they want? The DNA.
What's up with the smoke?
Information. God forgive me. I told them about the twins.
Don't shoot. McCoy, Rep Detect, BR 61661.
What do you know about this?
Got a dead man here, victim of an explosion. His name was Miraji. He was able to give me a description of the two perps just before he bought the farm.
Yeah? They skin jobs? Or you just in the right place at the wrong time?
I'm practically waxing their tails, officer. I'm that close. But I don't have a lot of time. You mind,
mopping up here? Just do me a favor and kick some rep ass, okay? It's high time someone got them illegals off the street.
Appreciate it.
This is 32 Sector 3 reporting a homicide. Possible act of terrorism.
What is this voice? He's really close to the microphone, 1. 2, it's mixed differently than McCoy's voice. 3, it's a New Yorker in LA. It sounded like a drunk Wayne Knight. That wasn't really Wayne Knight, was it? Hang on a minute, now I have to check the fucking cast again. Well, it doesn't seem like I have that information.
You got a sheet or something we could cover him with?
Nah, nothing. Cold Cup boys have been dragging ass.
Is this Artie Lang? Dragging ass. She's gonna take you dragging some ass. Sebastian. J.F. Sebastian.
I recognized the logo on the envelope. It was definitely Runsitter's animal sales, but I didn't expect to find hundreds of chinion inside. I didn't know what it was for, but I'd bet the farm it wasn't on Runsitter's books.
Did I see the new Nerd episode? I did. The one with Sonic 06 Part 2. You know, I've never watched anyone fully stream that game.
Hello, Luther. Hello, Lance. You have no new messages and one saved voice-only message. Would you like to hear the saved message again?
Absolutely.
Hello, it's J.F. Sebastian. I hope you guys are all right.
There he is.
I tried to talk to Dr. Terrell about your reemployment, but I haven't been able to get through to him yet. He's kinda angry, and you know what a cool customer he is. I don't know what happened between you guys, but I'm still trying. If you want to get together, I'm still at the Bradbury. I'll be here all night.
Message saved automatically. To delete, please state your deletion security number.
Not right now. Thanks.
The pleasure's all ours at Sino Bell.
That's William Sanderson reprising his role as Sebastian. Can I shoot this thing? That's definitely one of his toys.
The vid phone was one of those old Zenith jobs, the last electronic tech that was still produced on this continent, in Mexico to be exact. No wonder the sucker was on the blink.
I wonder if someone from the Westwood team approached Harrison Ford. You know, like they were trying to reach out to his agent for like months and they couldn't get anything from him. So finally someone just like hung out outside of his apartment, and then like he goes outside to go grocery shopping or something. And he's like, "Hey, Harrison, we want you for the Blade Runner game." Harrison's like, "Fuck off." Like in the Bruno movie, when Bruno's like, "I'm here with Harrison Ford." And he goes up to him to interview him. And he's just, "Fuck off." Yeah, Zenith was still... I mean, Zenith was the Zenith, really, at this point.
I've gotten all I can from that.
I'm surprised they didn't get Rutger Hauer to do a voice. Spoiler, Rutger Hauer, it does not make a cameo in this game. Which is unfortunate. Because, like, in many ways, he's the best part of the original movie. Roy Batty. Fuck off. Harrison Ford recently helped a woman in a car accident.
Not good time now. Come back later. 你個身份仔喺邊度啊？你喺呢度啦，咪快啲嚟呢度啦。咁靚仔啊！你個 iris 呢真係大啦。
Listen to me.
Busy. You not delivery man. You go away. Distraction all day long.
What if, like...
Never stop. Noises on the street. Beep, beep, bong, bong, bong. Always make me drop eyes.
That'd be dermo design burning to the ground.
Oh? What of Marathi?
He didn't make it.
You leave now, okay? Very busy. Must work.
What if you kill Chew? And then you go back and watch Blade Runner, and he's just dead already. Like, Roy Batty gets to the place, he's just down. He's just dead. And also, I would love to enable subtitles for this game, but there are none. I guess they just forgot about subtitles in 1997. Did I get access to Sebastian's place? No.
Your floor number, please.
I keep waiting for someone to be in the corner of the elevator, and then McCoy points the gun directly at the camera.
88. Thank you.
Here you go, baby. Dinner time.
Oh, I think we have to save the game here. I'll check the Esper one more time, see if there's anything else. I'm sure there's more evidence that I haven't gone over yet. And I want to figure out what the hell happened with the explosion with that dude.
No. Tall man with dreadlocks. The bomber.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Okay. Whoa, what the fuck? Oh, this is switching between regular bullets and crazy bullets. It's not very much of a combat game, is it? You get to switch between unlimited and 22. Okay. Yeah, we'll do more of this soon. I'm gonna figure out what the hell happened with the explosion. But this is a great game. I'm really enjoying this. It definitely has some moments that are antiquated, but for a 1997 point and click, it's fucking quality. And the mood, the music, the atmosphere, the story so far is pretty fucking solid and very simpatico. You like that word? Simpatico. With Blade Runner the movie. So we'll come back to it. It's not even a very long game. So probably like 2 or 3 more streams. I still gotta figure out what all this is. Designer cut, and then I have user choice here, but like I want to be able to choose per conversation how I can make my character answer. Yeah, the cryptic shit is part of the experience. That's just the point and click nature of the game, for sure. But I'm okay with cryptic as long as it eventually kind of makes sense. Like, I've done user choice, but I didn't notice any choices. I didn't actually get any real options to do what I wanted them to do. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to check out the art. Thanks for watching this. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to come back to it soon. Of course, we have more stuff that I've been streaming lately as well, including a little bit more Mario Odyssey, Hand of Fate 2, other stuff that I can't think of at the moment. I'd like to do a Miitopia stream before I do that convention over the weekend. So, yeah, look forward to all that. Before I do the art, I don't know if this is on the Buru, but I'm going to show it to you now just in case. But Smashing Renders made the most amazing thing. And I believe you need to see it. It's a 3D Vine Ryzen. There's an animated one on my Twitter too. I really want to know, like, if someone went to this actor who played the original Vine Ryzen before the Vine Ryzening, before his head began to rise. I wonder what he would think of whatever the fuck this is that has happened to him, that we're doing to this poor guy. He's like, they just paid me, man. I had nothing to do with the internet connection, man. I didn't fuck up your service, man. I didn't presume. Why are you presuming for me, man? So let's check the art. Okay, Delta Fox made this. And it's a series of shrooms in the Vinesauce style from Bruce Lee, 1947. Here's, yep, it's gonna eat them. That's cool. Let it. They're running for terror. This one's from Minty Fresh. Angel and Devil, Vinny. Is it an angel or a devil on your shoulder? From Lemon Line. So here's Vinny. Why doesn't the mustache make any sense? I think this is the most accurate. This is now canonically the best drawing of this character I've seen, and shall represent the character thenceforth going forward. So any other Vinny is invalidated as far as I'm concerned. This is canon. From Mr. Guillotine. Here's the character of one of the Mario clones from my Android trash stream. From Thai Trash. Here's a Happy Holidays from Scoot and Cherry. After visiting them, it's nice. Well, not Cherry, but Scoot. You know, I brought them some presents. I wonder if they give me any. This one's from Joey1204. And This hat reminded me of Haicho, Vinny, or Vinny, or Ninny with a backwards N. What's Haicho? I'm not sure. I don't remember. From Not Scoot, here's a little Scoot. Also from Not Scoot, here is a sponge. Someone in chat just wrote, "To be fair, thenceforth, to be fair." From Daxter Doodle, here's a Long Lonely Night. It's one of the Red Vox songs. Thank you for making this. Here's one from Pajama Pants Jack. And what the fuck is going on here? It's a priest sponge. Oh, right, from Metopia, but it's like very priestly. That sponge. From Saltacama. Hey, buddy, I think you got the wrong door. The Bone Club's 2 blocks down. Fuck you. Nice work. From Diamond Dongs. They call them the Diamond Dongs. Here's Electric Sheep that I may in fact be dreaming of. This one's from Palkia DS. Stream starting soon from the North Pole. Get ready for trash Christmas games, because there's plenty of them. My throat just like locked up and got really itchy for a second. It's good now. From VVXY. Here's me as McCoy with the Vinny, just like Vinny, to ignore JoJo references. I didn't know it was a JoJo reference. Like, if I don't watch the show, or if it's not tagged as such, well, it is now. Yeah, I see at the bottom. I had to scroll down, but it's not like I'm specifically like avoiding it. I just don't know the reference. This one's from Songfeet. I wonder what this is a reference to. Who are these yellow people? Stop drawing. Is he thick? Anime's boy. Why is those spelled wrong? Eat my socks, old man. The Slimpskonias. All right. Thank you for watching the stream. That's it. That's the art. I get to actually end at 3 today. That's nice. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening, night, whatever. And thanks for checking out the Blade Runner game. This has been a weird day. And I'll see you tomorrow at the Game Awards. And if we get a chance to do something after that, maybe I'll stream some video games. Hootie's live, Dyer's live. You can check out the team. The twit. You can check out the twat at twitch.tv, twatch.tv/team/Vinesauce. And you can, what I was going to say is Twitch, and then I said team. You can go to Twitter as well. There you go. There's another word. And it is at Vinesauce on Twitter or vinesauce.com. And you can enjoy whatever you want to enjoy, because it's a free fucking world and you go enjoy it. Unless you're being an asshole, in which case there's various places on the internet that allow you to be an asshole at maximum throttle, full throttle. And, well, then it's glorious over there for you. But here you can watch some streams, I guess. So don't do that. Tonight we're not doing Escape from LA. No. I don't have it in me to watch that. By the way, there's a documentary I watched on Netflix called Hired Gun about session musicians, like, Billy Joel's drummer and a bunch of guitarists, like metal bands, and it's great. It's a really, really fun documentary, and also kind of sad too. Randy Rhoads is discussed. But yeah, I think it's worth a watch, especially if you're a musician. So, okay. Goodbye. See you soon.